Hey, peeps. All right. I'm trying. Wait, let me turn this off here. All right. You know, what a first Sunday. What a first Sunday. And let me tell you what I'm talking about for me. That was pretty interesting. All of it. I was wondering what would my first Sunday be like. You know, not playing and not with my guys and not at NFL, not doing game day. I've had, since coming in the league, I always say since 1988, I've been in conflict on Sundays. You know what I mean? I had to beat up some cornerback that was trying to stop me from getting my team the victory, or I have to defend some people sitting in a studio trying to get at my Cowboys. I'm always in conflict. But this Sunday was my first Sunday in a long time where I was not in conflict. I was at Playmakers with all those Cowboy fans. Dude, it was incredible. It was insane, but it was incredible. It really was. To watch a game, all Cowboy fans like that, just fans of the NFL like that. Because I just don't do it. You know, I'm always, Sunday, like I said, working. So that was cool. And then boys did what they did. You know, I got to experience that at Playmakers, at my spot. That was fun. I just got to drop that out. I'll talk about the game in a minute. But yeah, that's how I saw that. You know, yeah. I saw a lot of tweets this morning, guys talking about me not being on game day morning and how much they miss me and all of that. And that was fun. That was great to feel, because you want to hear people say that they miss you because they enjoyed what you did there and everything. But, we all got to move on in life and go wherever the next direction God is pointing us. And I thought it was a great start, whatever direction that is. I'm still discovering, all of it as I move through it. But there's certainly something different. And I enjoyed that today. I just wanted to say that. And yes, it was right because the Cowboys won. The Cowboys won. But it was a new Sunday, for me. So I enjoyed it. I want to talk right quick about those early games. Just go over some things that I thought, because now what I do on Sundays, right? Now I'll be up because I'm in Dallas and watch the games, and then I'll go get on the plane. Try to get me a couple hours of sleep on the plane while I'm flying out there, land, and get right back to work, because like those late games, I'm kind of watching some of those now too to catch up with those. That's what I was doing before I got here, before I sat down, because I really just watched that Cowboy game, when the Cowboy game was on. I just kind of watched that game because everybody was there, and then we were messing around. We had fun. So let me talk about those first games, because I enjoyed it. Now, I'll overview it because Pittsburgh and Atlanta, Pittsburgh beat Atlanta 18-10. But the talk there, first of all, is Kirk Cousins not looking like Kirk Cousins. And that's understandable. You're coming back off injury and something like he suffered, Think about it. None of the guys that really came back off injury like that performed great either. Daniel Jones, but I digress, going all the way over there. But you know what I'm saying? Those injuries, they affect people. You got to get back to not just understanding how fast people are again around you, but also trusting that limb or ligament that you just repaired and put that thing back together again. You don't want to go through all of those injuries again. So yeah, you hesitate. And in this league, if you hesitate that much, you lose. That's just the game. You hesitate that much, it's over. It's a game of inches. But that means it's a game of milliseconds, because it's the millisecond that makes the difference between that inch. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make the decision, make it right, and right then. And all those guys coming back from injury, they hesitate a little bit, and you'll see them. But I think they'll come around. I know in Atlanta, I stayed in Atlanta, I had them winning that division when they got Kirk Cousins. And I still say they have a good shot, but I know Kirk Cousins will play better. The real talk is in Pittsburgh, and I didn't mean to go that long on Atlanta, but the real talk is with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because, Russell Wilson with the sore calf got Justin Fields in the game now. Since Russell Wilson was not hurt already, was not ready to play. And already people are talking and asking Mike Tomlin about next week. I love how Mike Tomlin handles the media. I love it. I love what he said, And what he basically said was, I told you I'm very comfortable with both of these quarterbacks. And I chose Russell Wilson as a starter. He said, I figured since I told you that, I believe that the one guy that is healthy, who's ever more healthy, that's the guy that I will start. And he said, what do you think about next week? I'll let you know when next week get here. And he doesn't say, I just love how he handles the media. I believe when you're a defensive coach like that, and you play great defense all the time like he does and like Pittsburgh does, sometimes, we look at it and say Justin Fields should be the starter because we think he has more dynamic capabilities. He can give you that big play. But a coach like Mike Tomlin and a great defensive coach, he doesn't just think on that guy that can give me the great big play. He thinks about which guy will give me the less bad plays. Because I'm going to win with defense, I want the guy that will give me the fewest bad plays. And next week, that's what he's going to make that determination off of. Justin Fields gives you all of that dynamic capability, but they didn't score a touchdown today. You see what I'm saying? They didn't get in the end zone today. So, I'm just saying, I want to see how that thing plays out. If you want to ask me, and if everybody's healthy, Mike Tomlin, I'm saying Mike Tomlin will go with a Russell Wilson because he has a little more knowledge of the game. And he's going to be looking for someone to make the fewest amount of mistakes. I know we always think about the guys that are going to make the biggest big plays, but that's not always the case. Buffalo beat Arizona 34-28, and they did what they needed to do by who? Same thing. Josh Allen going in the phone booth as Josh Allen or Clark Kent, and then coming out Superman and going to take over and just do what he had to do. Man, he had one touchdown. Who had a touchdown like that? I remember Andrew Luck had a touchdown like that. It seemed like when you see one of those guys, and that just seems, they seem more athletic than the rest of the guys on the field. I think it was a fumble ball. Andrew Luck picked it up one hand, then jumped again and reached the ball across. He just looked so much more athletic than everybody else on the football field, a man amongst children. That's what Josh Allen looked like at times in the game today as Buffalo beat Arizona. When he did that same kind of touchdown, just kind of jumped. He looks like a man amongst boys when he does that. Now, speaking of quarterbacks and the quarterbacks doing dynamic things, or as we should say, not so dynamic things, Chicago beating Tennessee. Tennessee had that game won. Tennessee had that game. But that Chicago defense played great. That's the greatest situation Chicago can hope for. Or, because what I'm saying, Caleb Williams didn't do anything. He didn't light it up. He's a young man that has a long ways to go. But the defense covered. See, now you get the best of both worlds. Most teams with a young quarterback like that, they're going to lose this game, but then they take in the pieces and say, well, he's our guy, he's learning. You're just looking for signs of growth right then with that team. So you say, at least our guy, he's young, but he's learning. even though we're taking the loss. These are good losses because people are going to, our main guys learning from them. These are great wins because somehow you got the W, Chicago, and your player got the lesson. Very rarely does those commingle with the young player, especially when you go back and look at it, number one pick quarterbacks. That means you go to the worst team. And I think, like sometime 02, 03, something like that. It's been so long since the number one pick the quarterback won his first start. So Chicago got that blessing today. I know it's a small blessing. You got week one win, and you got your quarterback in to get the lessons, even though he didn't perform like he wanted to perform. But give love to that defense. I got one thing too. You guys did hear Simone Biles' husband get a touchdown. Did you hear the announcer call him Mr. Biles? Like, just say that's Simone Biles' husband that scored a touchdown. Don't call him. That was just, I'm going to let that go. You know what I mean? I'm going to let that go. I shouldn't even be on that. Let's get to the game that I need to be on. Right now, the one that I know, thing I was worried about around here, I guarantee you it happened in Cincinnati. You see, in Cincinnati, just like in Dallas, everybody's talking about money. That's all they're talking about. Money, 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 money. 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 Chase, you gonna practice, man? You gonna play, man? I don't know. You gonna play? I don't know. You gonna practice? I don't know. You cannot practice, not practice. Say I'm practicing. I'm not gonna practice. Am I gonna play? I don't know I'm gonna play. I don't wanna play. I don't know. They gotta give me my money to play. They ain't giving me no money to play. And say you're focused. It's impossible to do it. That's why I'm so happy, and that's why also you saw Jerry put that money down before the start of this season. I told you it happened when the slipper fall off Cinderella, but the money got put down. Dak Prescott got the new deal. He got the new deal. It was when the slipper fell off Cinderella, when the carriage turned back into the pumpkin. It all happened as I told you it would. But it got done. And all of the people that we run around, oh my God, all the talk people have talked about on TV for the last year. I don't know how long it's been. It's just been forever. I was tired of hearing it. It almost like, hey, Jerry don't want to pay this man. Stop saying that. Every time they do a deal, Dak is the highest paid quarterback in the history of the NFL. Now, people are past Dak. Dak got $240 million, $60 million a year. They'll pass that. They'll pass him. And we'll be right back here in 4 years to have this conversation again. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. So I don't know why we go so hard at it. Like, Jerry don't want that. Jerry don't appreciate that. Dak don't want to be in Dallas. These are the conversations we were having. It was just so crazy. It was running me crazy. And I'm telling you, what happened in Cincinnati is this. Right here. All week they've dealt with this. Jamar Chase in. You cannot think about this stuff all week and then step on a football field with a committed and organized, and I'm talking about don't make mistakes football team like the Patriots, even though Bill Belichick's gone. You see other teams, they won't be this button up. So if you're not ready, they're really not that ready. You guys are a better team. You can get, since both of y'all are getting ready in game one, you usually will win. But you are a better team than the New England Patriots. But you are now starting to see yourself, and you're starting getting ready. They have been getting ready. They had the right mindset. You have been talking and thinking about other things all these last few weeks, except beating the Patriots. And all they thought about was beating you. And the results showed that. That's just the reality. That's what happened. Kudos to Coach Mayo and getting his first head coaching win right there with the New England Patriots. Give him love for that. Now, I want to talk about Tom Brady, but I want to first go on this Miami Dolphin thing right here in Jacksonville Jaguars. We know Miami won that game. Tyreek Hill went 80 yards. 80 yards. 4 touchdowns. Longest touchdown in his history, in his career. Now, everybody's talking about him being detained before the game. I'm baffled with this, and I'm going to share a story here. I'm baffled, but in reality, I know I've been here before. I've been here. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And I don't know how anything can get to something like that, where, this is Tyreek Hill. This is Tyreek Hill, man. Why is it escalating with us? What's going on here? This is Tyreek Hill. He has it. First of all, so it's nobody speeding because it's too many people when you're pulling up on a stadium. When you pull up on stage, too many people, they got all these signs, you can't. They're just, so what kind of violation warrants putting this man in handcuffs? Now, I loved how Tyreek handled it. I love how he handled it. After the game, of course, won the game. Everything just seems to be okay now that you win. He went on and he spoke. He spoke well about it. He took the high road and said he wanted to use the platform to try to foster better relationships. So I give him respect. And I've always liked that stuff about Tyreek Hill. He tries to be good. He tries to be a good dude, help people out, do things like that. I follow him. That's why I love him, and I love what he does for people. So I was happy to see how all of that worked out for him. Now I want to tell you a story. I swear to you, I don't know why. But one day, me, Irvin Harper, and I, we were driving to a scrimmage we had, way somewhere, maybe Austin or San Antonio. And we were driving to the stadium. I don't know what prompted him. Hart was driving. And we get up, and the police guy was, all right, stop. He's controlling traffic. No big deal. Stop. You guys go. And for some reason, I hope Hart don't get mad at me. For some reason, Hart just wanted to, I don't know why he wanted to mess with this man, but the man stood in front of us and said, stop the car, right? Wait. Somebody was walking across, or he was waving traffic or something. Stop. And Hart stopped the car, but then kind of hit together. I said, hey man, what you doing? Stop looking around. Stop messing around. I don't know why. But he said, And then the cop and him, they're staring at each other. They're staring, and I'm saying, man, come on, Hop, stop tripping, man. I'm looking like, what's going on here? What's going on? And then the cop looked at him like, stop. You dead serious. Dead serious. And Hart, who had his foot on the brakes at the time, this joker lifts his foot off the brakes and the car goes forward and bumps the police officer. I said, man, what? Oh my God. Oh, don't you come right now, you put the park. Alvin had to throw that thing in park. Man, them people came. I was like, what the hell did you do that for? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We got to get to the scrimmage, man. We got to go play. This joker now bumped the police officer. But he barely touched him, but that was what was as an act. God damn, what? Oh my God. I forgot. How did we get out of there? Oh my God. But I don't know why he did it. Nothing happened to us, but I don't know why he did it. And I'm certainly saying, Tyreek, I don't know, Tyreek certainly I don't believe did anything. So don't put these two together. I was just telling you about that moment. And I'm like, this joker here, man, what the hell was that for, man? We got in the locker room. I'm like, dude, Come on, man. What was that for, dude? Hey, boy, you'll never drive again. I bet you I will never be in a car with you driving. You just showed me something. But I don't know who that was. I know each of us got at least two of us and all of us. But that joker I just saw, I was trying to talk him down. Hey, man, calm down. What you doing, man? Who are you? I want to know who was that joker in the car with me. Just gonna bump the police. I don't want no problems. I was like, dog. I'm just saying we crazy sometimes. That was certainly crazy that time. Here again, I'm not telling you, hey, it got nothing to do with Tyreek. It was just something in the vicinity, so I shared the story with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, dog. All right, let's go. Let's keep talking about football here, man. The Saints and the Panthers, man. And now look at this. Think about Chicago. Here's how you think it through. Think about what Chicago's doing, right? Boy, Chicago, they got a first win with their first pick quarterback in his rookie year. You come over to Carolina, and then you say, oh, Carolina's saying some of the growing pains, we still going through that. We thought that was an interception he threw. That interception, that was a horrible interception. That's something we went through the first year when we got the losses. Now we're going through it the second year still. You see, that's lose-lose kind of pain right there. When I tell you Chicago got a win-win kind of blessing today, the Panthers on that lose-lose kind of pain when you go through that and you're trying to grow your young quarterback. Just to give you a variation of the difference. Dude, what I saw between Sam Darnold and with the Minnesota Vikings, Sam Darnold started his day out like a 12 for 12 or something like that, like perfect throwing that ball, you know. And I was like, whoa, okay, I see why they went on pay Justin Jefferson. They got something here with this little combination here because he showed up. Now, on the other side, I was doing what they used to call that thing when the people did like that Y2C or whatever, Y2C or whatever they call it. I don't know because I always look at the other teams in the NFC East and I want to see what they look like. I told you the other night, man, Philadelphia looked good and I like what they had to go through, all the ups and downs they went through in the midst of that game to get the win in that game. And when I looked at Washington and what happened with them today, and then yeah, I say yeah. I look at the Giants, yeah. It'll be a fight between Dallas and Philadelphia again this year when we talk about the NFC East. You know, that's all I'm saying about all of that. And when I saw the Giants and the Vikings play, that's my assessment from week one. We'll let that thing play out, but that's what those early games were like. That's my assessment on, and I'm gonna tell you something. I thought I'd see better things out of the Giants, but I know I'm gonna give that another week or two because my boy is coming off major surgery also. You know, Daniel Jones coming off major surgery, but I thought I'd see better. I thought I'd see better out of Washington. I thought the young kid, because the young kid I know he had 88 yards rushing, you know, but I was really worried about him, and I feel a little bit better about that. I'm just talking about on my personal. They'll still grow, and I can see some things when I'm watching them that he's going to be dynamic at, but it's going to take some time. It is not going to be an overnight process, so I feel real good about that. Congratulations to the Chargers getting their first victory. That was big. And I love Jim Harbaugh in the locker room. You know, I don't know how he just transferred that statement. Who has it better than us? Nobody. So all of those guys in Michigan now, You know, then for San Francisco before that, on who had it better than them, I guess nobody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, let me get this. Let me get what I want to talk about, though. Let me tell you what. We saw Seattle and Denver. Denver had a chance to win that game. Bo Nix, I think he had a passer rate of about 45, threw for 2 interceptions and no touchdowns. I'm still watching to see how Coach Sean Payton handles those situations, because I'm always doing comparative analysis to what I saw between him and Russell and how I saw him teaching or coaching Russell. And I told you before, I love Sean Payton, but I'm watching. They got a loss today with that young quarterback. Remember, they lose and but they're learning. That kid, he's going to learn. He's going to be a pretty good quarterback. I like watching. Tampa Bay played well. Man, Baker Mayfield had 145 passer rating. Baker Mayfield was throwing the ball all over the place. Spread the ball out. Nobody had 100 yards. Spread the ball out well. Moved the ball around. Got enough for his team to get that victory against Washington. And they put up 37 points, so that's good. You saw the Sunday night game. Sunday night, Detroit in overtime. Beat the Rams. Now, I love that last drive by Detroit. The drive all the way down the field, and I'm going to put it in you. I'm going to do it running the football, and I'm shoving it down your throat. That's what I love, and they got it done. So, congrats to Detroit. But the game, that was that Dallas Cowboys game that I watched. That Dallas Cowboys game was the game. And say all you will, not a great game, but a good first win. A great first win. With all the scatter talking all everywhere about everything, for the Cowboys to come in and get that victory, that was big. Now, Dak got his money, so everybody can shady ye up. CeeDee Lamb got his money, so everybody can shady ye up. Shed ye up. All of y'all, shut up. I don't want to be hearing, well, Michael Parsons is going to get paid. We'll get paid when he get paid, when it's time to get paid. Right now, let's talk about football. And right now, on that football team, what I saw was a great run defense that we haven't had in Dallas in a long time. And got pressure on the quarterback, the kind of pressure that you want to see the quarterback be under when you're watching the opponent. You want to see your quarterback under that kind of pressure. And the Cowboys had that finger-licking good defense. You know what I'm talking about. When all those guys can get to the quarterback, that's that finger-licking good defense. You see what I'm saying? They had a little bit of that going. And I saw Philadelphia, I saw Dallas, and I'm looking at that matchup. I can't wait to see what I see tomorrow night with the San Francisco 49ers. I need to say this too, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Jordan Love that there's nothing really hurt. You know, I know he'll be out a few weeks, man, but I was worried about that. But Green Bay is going to have to play ball without him for a few weeks. So that gives some people an opportunity. And I'm just measuring the teams. Once I go in the division, then I got to go into the conference. That's why I can't wait to see what happened with the 49ers and the Jets tomorrow. But all of you guys, what you want to see is what I do on Speak tomorrow. I'm going to have to get on a plane here. Friday LA in a minute. And boy, all them jokers that's been sitting out, all of those bad wishes, wanting the Cowboys to lose, yeah. I'm going to have fun with those dudes. I'm going to be talking some noise tomorrow. So make sure you check it out. Last thing I want to say before I get ready to get on this plane is, I enjoyed watching Tom Brady today. Now, I found it interesting that I've never seen any broadcaster or any announcer, I should say, play-by-play guy, gets as many commercials as I don't know, any other commercial in a game. But I enjoyed Tom Brady in his debut. I thought he did a pretty good job. I enjoyed it. So kudos, man. Good luck, Tom, moving forward, my brother. Oh, and I enjoyed when I was reading this morning and watching football, and I saw what Antonio Brown wished Tom, best of luck in his next career of broadcasting. I don't know if it was fake or not, but I thought it was cool, and I just, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I thought he did a pretty good job. I really liked him. Yeah. Now let's get ready, folks, for week 2, but not till after you watch me light people up on TV this week.